Hey, what's up everybody? Ryan Cook here, and I'm back doing shows, and I want to talk about what goes on when you're carving at a show, what to do, and how to set up for super hot days. Because right now it's super early. I'm not carving yet, but I've come early to carve early, pace myself in the afternoon, and then hit it hard at nighttime. Because this show opens up from 1 to 9. I'm here at 9 a.m. right now, and I'm gonna put this video up right away so you can see it. And I just want to talk about ideas for shows, for selling carvings, staying hydrated, staying careful out of this heat, because this sun is like crazy. It's like, it's so hot. So, couple of tricks that I've come up with over the years that are fantastic for me for carving is pop-up tents. You know, it's always great to support the brands that support you. I've got Echo, I've got Makita, and my trailer that you see in the shop all the time is here with me. I like to carve in front of it. That's why I have it logoed. That's why I have everything kind of set up. And some tricks that I like to do is one of these bad boys here. So this is a sign for selling carvings, because a lot of the times when you're carving at shows, your back is turned to the audience because you're trying to play to the audience so they can see you carving and see you make things. So I have a sign that says, if you would like to buy carvings, toss a wood scrap at my side, try not to hit me, follow me, blah blah blah, win a chance for a carving every weekend. So I throw a little piece of wood pile here, a little wood chip pile, and then that's a great way for people to do it, so they can walk around here and they can do a toss. So one other thing for safety is these little tomato covers. You buy them at Rona, you buy them at Home Hardware, Canadian Tire, whatever. America, you know, any Home Depot. I can't remember all the other ones, but they're everywhere, and they're like $9. And this thing will stop big chunks from flying and save you from having a lawsuit when it comes to it. Now, it's 100 degrees, 38 here in Vancouver today, and at the Abbotsford Agri Fair, that's where I am. So I've come up with a couple of new tricks this year. One being these beautiful little misters. Now, it took me quite a bit to get them, and only 12 years to figure out how amazing they are. And I've got water, so I've got a connection here. I figured it out where I can basically turn it on. It's a lot of different valves because it's a cheap mister, but I got it to work. And honestly, in this weather, it's helped so much. Now, fans are a must when you're carving in this kind of heat. You want to make sure that you stay hydrated. And if you don't have pop-up tents yet, here's my thoughts on pop-up tents. You see all my stuff's kind of under the white. Look at how I'm better lit right now, you know? This is a white tent. It shines light in better, it softens it. When you come over here into the dark tent, it's a different light for carving. You know, like, it just feels different. And for me, I prefer to be under that light. And I normally have my table. That's the one thing I rooked it on this week, is I don't have my table with me. So my tools are kind of here. I'm actually just gonna jimmy rig up some slabs and have my tools all set up. I like to have things organized and nice. And I have two tents because as soon as I'm done carving, I start staggering out my carvings in front. And that's the thing that's gonna really help you sell when you do events. And if you've never done an event before and you're all excited and you're preparing for one, but you can't carve, be a little wary of that. You know, I'm just talking from my experience, and my experience is when I'm carving at events and people actually can see me carve it and make it, and they see carvings in front of them, then they'll buy. And have an arrangement. Have cheap to a couple of big bangers, you know? The big bangers might sell at the end. They probably will. You might have to come down on the price, but who cares? You're selling bangers. And then your smalls are gonna be what's gonna get you there to, you know, fill the wallet. You know, you bring 50, or not 50, you bring a couple 50 buckers, you bring 100 buckers, you bring 200, and then people can pick and choose what's gonna work for them. And that is a good way to do it. But if you're not carving at an event and you're just set up and you've prepared for weeks and you've prepared for months and you're all excited, don't be too disappointed if you don't sell, because I call it carving drunk. And that's just my thing. And I think it's when people come to shows, they get what I call carving drunk. And carving drunk is when they come, they see the carvings, and they are like, oh man, I gotta have that. And they may not buy the one you're doing now, but they will buy possibly one of the other ones. So it's always good to have the arrangement. Now, moving forward, having a nice little zone for yourself, you know, out of the sun, keeping everything to yourself. You need some private time. It's a great way to do it when you're doing events. I have about 40, 50 feet here by 50 feet, and I'm ready. Like, I have all my tools. I've got power, I've got water, I've got gas, I've got oil. I have everything prepared in advance, and that's really kind of helping me get prepared for events. And you know, and masks. So you guys always ask about the U2 masks that I wear. The YouTube masks are cool. They're not really a company I support. They don't really support me, but I can't help but like their masks. So I have multiples because they get so hot and so sweaty, and that's it. I'll wash them as I go. I'll carve for like one session, switch out the mask, wash the mask, get it drying, and then swap them out constantly. And that's really helped me out through the carving thing. So jaw horses are a must, obviously. And then your motorcycle jack, I always bring those. Got all my saws, got all my gear in here. I come fully prepared. But if you're just getting going, one of your first events, just make sure you're prepared. Bring a shovel to get rid of your waste. It's always good to show shows that you're taking the prerogative, or taking the I guess it'd be the prerogative to show them that you want to keep it clean, keep it safe, that's what you're here to do, and you're here to put on a good show. And that's really something that will go a long way in booking more and more shows. So, you know, on hot days, misters are great. Hydration, stay hydrated, guys. Like, if you're, and girls and everybody, because if you're carving too hard, and you know, yesterday it happened to me and it still happens to me 12 years later. I was carving yesterday. I went so hard in the afternoon in this sun. I was just dying of, like, pouring out sweat, and I thought to myself, oh, I'll be good for the night. 7 o'clock came, back's cramping, knees cramping, legs cramping. I drank so much water, it was insane, and that was it. So, you know, all in all, oh, and what I carve with in this heat, I wear my gaiters. I got these gaiters. These are a great little thing. You put around your ankles for your boots. So I got these things. I got these from actually a guy in Australia. They're the best. They make the best ones. They're super easy. It's just fabric and an elastic, but you put it around your leg, like here. So you put it around here, and then they go on top of your boot, keep the sawdust out. That's been one of my greatest things. And then I put on my shorts, and I wear my chaps, and I got my boots on. So I keep it as light as I can. Sleeveless shirt, gotta show off the pipes, you know what I'm saying? That's stupid, sorry. But this is a one-take video, so I can't erase that. And yeah, so all in all, when you're carving, just try to make sure you got everything prepared, everything ready, everything, you know, professional. And if it's your first one, as nervous as you may be, just have fun and make sure you engage with the audience. That's such an important thing. Like yesterday, there was this little 4-year-old girl who had her birthday, and she had a little thing on, and her parents were fans of mine. And, you know, she was just standing there watching the whole time. I carved this like big bear, and obviously you can't give that kind of stuff away, but it's very fast if you do like one of those feathers. And if you go to my YouTube video with me and Kevin Wenstop from Big Timber season 2, you can see how to carve feathers. I just busted one of those out and gave it to her, and it was just like, it made her day. And as she walks around, she tells people, the word gets around. So make sure that you're kind, and make sure you talk, and make sure you engage with your audience, and you know, have fun. Don't put the pressure on yourself about selling. Hope to sell, don't expect to sell. Try to carve things that are gonna sell. That is such an important thing. If you can carve things that are gonna sell, bears, eagles, owls, signs, spirit faces, depending on the region of where you're carving. If you're carving at a fair where it's a farming fair, where it's pigs and corn, play to that. Don't go there carving nautical. Go there thinking you're going to carve, you know, chickens and roosters and things that are engaging to wherever the demographic of where you're going to be. So that's something to think about. I think this is about it for this video about how to carve live events. I don't know what I'm going to tag this in. I'm just going to say preparing for live events. Sure, that's what I'll call it. My name's Ryan Cook. A cut above, even though you'll probably watch this for years and years and years later. But this is August 24th right now. I think it's the 24th. And oh wow, it's August 30th. So a cut above comes out in 9 days. That's insane. And look at this guy, like way too young. Like I got like 35 pounds on that guy now. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. And my name's Ryan Cook. And you know, think about those things when you go to events, because I get asked all the time about going to events, what to do. They're all nervous. This is it. Hopefully all this advice helps. And you know, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment or question or anything you have to add to it. And if you want to see a video on something, leave me a comment. I'll do my best. I'm going to be pumping out lots of vids here in the next while, and more talking stuff too, because apparently everybody's liking them. All right, later. That's for my thumbnail. That's why I did that hold there, because I always mess up. Later, everybody.